Hi there folks, we're Travel with Johnny and Will and we're currently on board Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas. We have been cruising around the Mediterranean. We left Barcelona a week ago. This is our last night. This is a recap of our last day.
It's very sad.
I know. It's sort of flown in. So here's a bit of a recap about how we have spent today.
So for breakfast, we decided to go to Johnny Rockets. I was going to say Eddie Rockets there, but it's Johnny Rockets. And with Royal Caribbean, breakfast is complimentary at Johnny Rockets, so another free option.
Here's a look at the menu, so you can check it out. I had the BEMT, the bacon, egg,
lettuce, tomato.
What was the MT?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, LT.
It was LT. Why did you write M?
So yes, the BELT, the belt. Bacon,
yes,
egg, lettuce, tomato. And it was served just in a sandwich, and it was really, really nice. And I got a little side portion of sausages. It was 2 little sausages. And it was really nice. And it came with some orange juice.
I had the breakfast sandwich, the bacon breakfast sandwich, so cheese, egg, bacon. Then I read the menu after. It said you could get it on bread, like toasted bread, or a muffin, and it came in bread. The only thing I wished it came with a muffin, but I didn't. He didn't even ask me that, so I was a bit annoyed. But the flavour was really good, but quite small. So if you were going there, it would be a smaller portion. But
yeah, but we'll tell you what we did. We'll tell you what we did in a minute then to supplement that. But after we had our breakfast, then this happened. We then made our way across then the boardwalk to the boardwalk donuts. And now this is a little section that we've only seen open literally today because it's a sea day. It may have been open, but we've just missed it because it's only open very early in the morning. However, they literally serve self-serve tea, coffee. There's juice there in the morning. There was water there.
That's right, there was orange.
And then there was lots and lots of donuts. There's about 5 or 6 different varieties. And we had some maple donuts with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
A wee cup of tea. And again, complimentary. So it was really nice.
I think if you're just looking, literally a donut and a coffee.
Yeah.
If you're that sort of person, that would be a perfect place to go.
Yeah, although I'm more of that sort of a thing in the either mid-morning or mid-afternoon.
Like 11s?
11s.
Yeah.
But yes, very enjoyable and again, complimentary. So then after this then, we then headed down to the Amber Theatre.
That's right, yeah.
Because Captain's Corner was on. For anyone who's cruised Royal Caribbean before, Captain's Corner is basically where they'll do like a talk with the captain and some of the senior officers. So we had the captain, the chief engineer, the
hotel manager, and the cruise director.
Cruise director, yes. And they introduced themselves, told us a little bit about themselves, and then they opened it to the floor for questions. And there was quite a lot of good questions. Our Will actually asked a question. And your question was?
How many passengers are on board right now, and was there any time at sea within their career where they had an incident that was memorable?
And what was your answers?
So there's 6,150 guests on board currently, which is a huge amount of people.
Yeah, so that's full. He says all the cabins were taken, and that's normally maximum capacity for like double occupancy.
Yes.
Yeah. But he did say they could take another couple of hundred because obviously if there was more kids and that on board. But yes, currently 6150. And then what was the story he told you about his memorable experience?
He was captain of a yacht and he was in the middle of a hurricane. And that was the only time he was ever really scared at sea.
And then the chief engineer, he sort of said a similar story where he was caught in a hurricane and he was working on a cargo ship at the time, and he was sort of saying that even at full throttle, like they weren't going anywhere.
They weren't
so they
moving,
to just drop anchor and set it out. That would have been scary.
Yeah, very scary. Off to lunch now, and we went to the American Icon Grill to have a sit-down lunch. First one of the cruise, because on Royal Caribbean, when the ship is at dock, they do not open the main dining rooms for lunch. So here is a look at the menu. So Johnny and myself, we both had the mozzarella sticks to start, and then you had the royal chicken sandwich, which I sort of wished I'd got, if I'm being honest. It looked really good.
Yeah, it was really good, actually.
And then I had the beef quesadillas, which were really good, but they definitely weren't as good as yours.
Yeah. Sorry. We skipped dessert though, because we were going to the theatre this afternoon to catch the afternoon matinee of Mamma Mia, so we didn't really want to sit full to the brim and fall asleep in the show. But before that, you went and literally caught the last little bits of footage that you needed for your ship tour. And then we started bringing everything out of the drawers and cupboards, because obviously we have to pack. So normally we make a whole mess of the cabin by trilling everything out, and then start packing. So we packed a little bit, and then we headed to the theatre because the matinee starts at 3 p.m. and we needed to be there at least half an hour before. And we were so glad we went when we did, because we got quite good seats.
But the theatre was really, really busy. So get there early to get a good seat.
What can we say about Mamma Mia?
Well, I think it was a really, really good show, of equal quality to anything that we've sort of seen in the West End. It was amazing. It was really, really good. And the fact that it's included in your cruise fare.
The vocals were amazing. The girl that played Donna Sheridan, her voice was fantastic. And there's always that scene, like towards like the end, whether it's the stage show or the movie you watch, where she's sort of helping her daughter Sophie get ready.
Is that the Slipping Through My Fingers song?
Yes, where she's helping her get ready for her wedding day, and she's singing this song, and it always sort of chokes me a wee bit, and it choked me again.
Yeah, it's a good show.
But brilliant show. It's on for 2.5 hours with a 15-minute interval, and
thank goodness.
Yes,
because for some people that sitting for that long would just fill them with dread.
Now, I did like the fact that, because normally when I go to see Mamma Mia, I always think, oh my goodness, are people going to sing the whole way through this show? Because that would really grind my gears. Luckily, that didn't happen, apart from the last couple of songs where the woman beside me started humming.
Well, also during the interval, someone tried to take your seat and wonder why you were getting into that seat.
Yes, because, like, you know, I'm terrible for needing to go to the loo and empty my bladder. But anyway, so yes, the woman beside me did start to hum. I was tempted to dig her in the side, but I didn't. As Mamma Mia obviously was about 2.5 hours, including the little finale that they do at the end, we literally had to run up the stairs as quick as we could, change, and then run back down the stairs and to the back of the ship then for dinner. So we were about 15 minutes late for dinner. It is worthwhile knowing that whenever you're here, if you have a set dining time, they normally hold your table for about 15-20 minutes before they'll offer it out to someone else. So we made it in time anyway, which was fine. And dinner tonight, again, did not disappoint in the main dining room.
Certainly did not, no.
I had the Caesar salad and then a turkey dinner, which was really nice. It was a really nice stuffing with it and sweet potato mash.
Yeah, it looked a weird colour. What was the stuffing?
It was like apple and something.
That will be good.
Let's put the menu on screen.
Yeah, so your starter and main looked nice. I had the Mediterranean tapas, and oh my goodness, it was so good. There was the hummus and the tzatziki, which I really love now. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably murdering the pronunciation.
Oh, well, somebody will criticise us anyway.
And then I had, I'm going to have to read this because I'd never heard this word before now, chicken chetanade. But it was basically like...
It looked like a curry.
It was like a curry, and I had like a jasmine rice with it. It was good.
Dessert, then I had a chocolate brownie which had a little bit of caramel sauce over it and some caramel popcorn, and with some fresh cream on top of it, and then a little scoop of ice cream on the side.
I had what I would call a Spanish version of a creme brulee.
It was called a
crema carolana. It's such a weird.
Oh, I think I wrote that down wrong. It was Catalana.
Yeah, it was
Yes,
a
I
crema
wrote that down.
catalana. Yeah,
That's my
you did.
term. Yeah. So yeah, a crema catalana. It did look nice.
It was really good. Yeah.
And it's all about singing today because after we finished our meal, then this happened. So then after a bit of Sweet Caroline, so good, so good, so good. Then it was upstairs. We got the rest of one of our cases packed and out. And then for one last time, we wanted to head to see Aqua 82. This is like this show, like this is like the third time that we've seen it this week. And I think actually we went for we went because it's a really fantastic show. And if you haven't watched our other vlogs, we'll insert a wee bit of footage here too. But I think we wanted to go as well out of curiosity because a couple of nights ago we heard the Alpha 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 call, and the location was the Aqua Theatre at the aft of the ship. And today during Captain's Corner we had learnt that one of the performers got injured during the part of the routine. One of the divers was injured, and not badly, they'd sprained their ankle and they're still on board and they're fine. But we wanted to then sort of see then how they would change the show around in order to, make up for the loss of a diver. So that we were probably, But
And by loss, we just mean he's not in the show, not
Yes.
that he's
still here.
Yes, he's alive.
So yes, so the only difference was one number. There was one number that wasn't included, and that you could literally tell when it was because everything went out, and we were sort of sitting going, something went wrong, and then it sort of twigged on us then whenever the next number started that there was a number missing, but there was a stand-in.
Oh, we did spot one. Yeah, we did spot one new cast member. So yeah,
And he did well.
he did.
Yeah. Not that we could have done any better, of course,
Not that I could even dive into the pool
or
so.
do any of the dancing in the pool. I see the synchronized dance. See the synchronized swimmers. I think they're absolutely.
I know. Like I was actually sitting thinking, she's been under that water and her legs are in the
Like
air.
they're doing this.
And she hasn't
So
breathed.
quick. Like I couldn't do that literally just sitting here, let alone in the water, lying, floating on my back. But and you wouldn't want me trying to do that. You wouldn't want to see me trying to do that anyway. But yes, fantastic show. We can't rate it enough.
Like nothing I've ever seen.
No, yeah, same here. Quick dash back to the cabin. We have now got everything packed. We have now tidied the cabin.
Yep.
Which basically means we haven't left anything behind, and the suitcases are outside. We do get to see our babies tomorrow, though.
Yes, we do. So we'll just head out for some final drinks after this. But right now, we just want to close the video by sort of going through the positives and negatives of the
cruise.
entire cruise, starting off with the positives.
So what do we love about this ship in particular and our cruise that we've had? The first one basically is about the staff. Every member of staff that we've came across has been super happy, really helpful with regards obviously to my mum and aunt in terms of their mobility and that, and they've been helped in places like the buffet and the shops. The bar staff that we've encountered whenever we've been sitting at the bar,
so
ordering
friendly
drinks,
and
they've been
chatty
friendly, yeah.
to us.
The waiting staff in our main dining room, which was the assistant waiter was called Jet, and the other waiter was called Francis, and then the head waiter in our section, Rana, and all very accommodating.
Very attentive.
Yeah, very attentive and accommodating.
And then our room steward as well, Joe Linton, little card. Very friendly, always wanting to chat. How was your day? Where are you going? Oh, that's a really good place. You know,
and
really warm and welcoming.
Yeah, like I stood in the corridor earlier for like 10 minutes chatting away to him, and like I remember reading something somewhere about how cruise staff, they don't want you to keep them back from their job. They just want to get on with their job and don't stand and talk to them. But like he was talking to me. Do you know what I mean? He was asking me things about.
That means that they're given time to talk to passengers, and they're encouraged to talk to passengers, which is always a really good thing.
Yeah.
So the second positive is amazing entertainment.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I can say. Like Mamma Mia, you know, West End style, West End quality, really.
Yep.
Aqua 82, we don't really need to say any more. We've been 3 times, like nothing I've ever seen.
Blades.
And then Blades.
Hit list, yeah. The ice show, amazing. We went twice to see it. You know,
And the fact that you have an ice show, an aqua show, and a West End style show,
and then we had Blue Planet.
and then that all on one place, one ship. Yeah, it just sort of blows my mind that they can do this, and they can do it with such regularity. Every cruise, like Aqua 82's been on six times.
6 times, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
And we were sort of saying, we were waiting for Aqua 82 to start earlier. We were actually chatting about how Allure and the entertainment that they have here, it's been really good in terms of how spread out it has been. We've been on ships where everybody seems to flock to the same 2 or 3 places, which means then it's packed. And
so then in certain bars, you can't get a seat.
Or a drink, nearly. Whereas here, everybody is so spread out because there's so much going on at the same time that people want to dip in and dip out. And because they show the likes of those big shows so often, if you don't go tonight because, you know, you think, oh my goodness, that's too busy, look, and I'll go another night, there's ample opportunity to do that.
They've really planned the entertainment spread so well.
Yeah.
Third one is internet. Really easy to purchase, stays connected, is fast.
Yeah.
It's probably the best internet we've had at sea, bar MSC World Europa or MSC Virtuosa. But this has been rock solid. Really good internet and good signal within the cabin as well.
Yeah. It is worth noting that whenever you're buying the internet, if there's 2 of you in the cabin, one of you buy the package for 2 devices, because that is cheaper than, say, for example, me buying it for 1 device and you buying it for 1 device.
Yeah.
You're basically paying double. So just buy it for 2 devices for 1 person. Because you basically shared a code with me, and once I put that in, it was, you know, I was logged in. The cabin itself, we've really been comfortable here. We've done a full cabin tour and review. We'll link it up here somewhere, or maybe down here somewhere. And so check that out. But we've been really comfortable here. The bed's been great. The AC has been really fantastic. And like I say, our cabin steward, Jolinton, has been really good at keeping our cabin clean and tidy for us.
Next positive is the amount of included activities and facilities on board. So I've done the zip line 3 times, the ultimate abyss, the dry slide.
You did that the other day just because it was the quickest way to get from the top to the bottom. You know, to go down like 13 decks, it was the quickest way to get there.
There's the mini golf, sports court, obviously the water slides, which I've done as well.
The kids' water park.
The kids' water park. There's 3 pools.
The little games area.
The games area. Yes. There's probably 10 whirlpools on board. Yeah, there would be something like that. The solarium. There's just so much. Rock climbing wall.
Rock climbing wall, yeah. And it's all complimentary.
The carousel.
Yeah, the carousel.
You know, and we've done that.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic.
Yeah. Like the only downside with our cruise is that
it's too short.
It's too short. And actually, well, when we planned this cruise, we were coming away, the 2 of us, and because we've been to all these ports before, we wouldn't have cared had we not got off half of the cruise. But because obviously we're travelling with parents and family, we had made plans then to take them off the ship and go and visit then local areas, which we don't regret. We've had great tours and great experiences out and about in the ports. But I think, like, I would definitely come on this ship again or a different one of this, like a sister ship, and not get off.
100%.
Like, just not leave.
Yeah.
And then they would just have to kick me off on disembarkation. The drinks package, we've had the deluxe drinks package, and we felt we got a bargain. We paid 50% for it, which was about 45 quid, I think it was, a day.
Yeah.
Which is on a par with what some other cruise lines charge, maybe a bit less than some others. And we've had our money's worth. Like, we definitely have. Had we not have booked the drinks package, we probably wouldn't have drank as much. But, you know, there's so many, like, most of the drinks here, if you're just drinking like a spirit, a beer, a cocktail, they're normally on $14 or under.
Which are part of the deluxe drinks. Yeah.
I think the only thing that probably wouldn't be included, and I haven't really looked at this in any great detail, is if you're buying like wine by the bottle, because I've seen prices on the wine lists. But there's been such a variety, you know, pesky parrot, you know, all those cocktails, as well as the general cocktails that are available around all the bars.
And as well, something I've found is when you go to a bar and you ask for your drink, availability of that drink seems to be high. There's a lot of other cruise lines we go and they're like, oh, I don't have that, I can do this.
Yeah.
In terms of like the flavoured gins.
Yeah.
But we haven't had those issues on this.
Definitely not.
This ship. The included dining options are vast. So you could have breakfast at Eddie Rockets. That's not right.
Johnny Rockets.
So you could have breakfast at Johnny Rockets. There was breakfast at a Local Fresh.
Yeah.
There was breakfast at the Solarian Bistro, in addition to the main dining room and the main buffet Windjammer.
Yeah.
And then in terms of dinner as well, or lunch, there's all these options as well that are included. And then you can obviously pay for your specialty. But I just thought it was impressive that a lot of these were free so that you could have a bit of variety within your week.
Yeah, and even like lunch and dinner, you know, again, a Local Fresh is open to about 5 o'clock. So, you know, you could have your lunch there. Johnny Rockets is open, you know, if you wanted to have, you know, a snack
Breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Obviously, you pay at lunch, the mason jar and
the Boardwalk Doghouse.
Yeah, the Doghouse is free. The Cafe Promenade, Sorrento's.
The donuts in the morning.
There's so much food.
Park Cafe.
Yeah, there's so many places you can go. And again, it helps spread everybody out.
It does, yeah.
You know, it has been really well thought out, the ship, in terms of the layout and
really well thought
movement of people. Because we've been on cruises where, you know, people always go, my goodness, you're going on that cruise and there's like 6,000 people. And we're, like, we wouldn't, like, you asked the question today to the captain because it hasn't felt like we've had 6,000 people.
No. Yeah, and top tip, do not just keep going to the Windjammer all the time.
Don't.
Try and get around and experience all the other places as well to eat, drink, dine.
Yeah. So let's talk about the negatives then and the things we hated about this. And to be honest with you, we really struggled with this. Like, we did sort of sit and think, and we've been thinking the whole week of things we didn't really like. And there's not many. The first thing is that despite the internet being really good, it is quite expensive.
Yeah.
Like, whenever we look at our shipboard account, the majority of the money that we've spent is literally on the internet package. We had spent between us and the two devices around about 315, 320 quid for the week for two devices. So it is quite expensive because that's really the majority of what we spent on board, actually. But look, we don't mind paying it. It allows us to keep in touch with them if we need to. It also allows us to update our stories and our social media and things like that. And yeah, so you know, it's one of these things.
So we put it under negatives, but it's not really a negative. It's just we couldn't fit everything in. There's so much going on. That if you want to go and see a show, get your dinner and have a drink, you could try and fit other things in, but there's just so much. So the FOMO you might get on board
I know.
is
like, we didn't get a chance to do like the crazy golf, which we were talking about doing. There's certain quizzes and game shows and things like that have been on at the same time.
And we haven't even got to that comedy lounge. Not that I would really, but there have been game shows on there, and we just haven't been able to get in.
Yeah, they've just been at times where other things have been on that we wanted to go and see, or we've sort of forgotten about it at the time when we went to just a bar. But there's so much on, as Will says, and it's just impossible to pack it all in. So yeah, it's not really a negative.
It's not really.
No, but you know, let's be really critical. You know? So folks, that has been our week on board Allure of the Seas. Thank you so much for joining us on this cruise and watching these videos. If you haven't already watched the other days, then watch them. But this has been our last day. We're now going out to get a few drinks because we've got everything packed and ready to go. So yeah, that's us.
That's us. So if you've liked this video, please consider giving us a thumbs up down below and click the subscribe button and then ring the bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.